myself Piyush Kumar. So I'm here to tell you about the new course on History Optional that we are going to start from 21st of March 2023. This batch is precisely there for 2024 UPSC mains examination. So this particular classes are going to take place in both offline and online format from our platform only. In this particular video, I'll be just going to discuss about the key features of our courses. When it comes to the key features of the courses, first, like of course, as I discussed, that this is going to start from 21st of March 2023. Now, the most important part of our classes is focus on the conceptual clarity. Why this focus on conceptual clarity is so important? Look, try to understand my point. Whenever it comes to UPSC examination, especially the optional, in optional it is noticed that UPSC is becoming more and more experimental these days. They are not asking these traditional questions, or if they are asking the traditional question, these numbers of the traditional questions are gradually going down. So if you really need to perform well in UPSC examination, in that case, you have to all develop your conceptual clarity. Specifically when it comes to history optional, in paper 1, you can find that the number of conceptual questions are gradually increasing. So until and unless you are having a very good hold over the concept of the subject, you won't be able to perform very good. That's applicable in both the papers, paper 1 and paper 2. But the moment it comes to paper 1, it's more applicable. This is the reason because of what it's very important for you that you understand like the subject, or you develop a very good understanding of the subject. Okay, it's not only about covering the content, but it's also about to understand the nature of the questions, to understand the demand of the questions, and more importantly, like you can anticipate that okay, possibility of these kind of questions are also there. So irrespective of that fact that whether you have studied that particular content directly or not, if your understanding is good, in that case undoubtedly you are going to write the answer, or you'll be capable of writing that answer. So this is the reason because of what the conceptual clarity in both paper 1 and paper 2 is very much required, and that's the reason because of what we have been focusing more on conceptual clarity. So here, like this pattern is not being followed, that the subject is just explained in 10-15 minutes, and then what are we doing, that we are just dictating. Instead of focusing only on the dictation, or let's say giving the notes, we always try to understand the subject first, and then only we try to create that notes which can really help you in answer writing. So this is the reason because of what I'll say, that first of all our focus will be more on this conceptual clarity. Apart from this, the another problem that is about this connecting the dots. The moment it comes to optional, what happens usually that you just pick up the topics and you study them. आपने देखा कि इस टॉपिक के ऊपर क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, आप उसको पढ़ जाते हैं, ठीक है. लेकिन जैसे ही बात उस कनेक्टिंग द डॉट्स पे आती है, द मोमेंट इट कम्स टू वेयर यू नीड टू कनेक्ट द डॉट्स, वेयर यू नीड टू कनेक्ट one period from the another period, when you need to connect one topic with the another topic, in that case you have, like in that situation you have been facing the problem. So the moment it comes to scoring good in the optional, I think the connecting the dots is something which is very important. So we'll be precisely focusing on this connection of dots also, that we can really comprehend, or we can really cope up with the questions which are being asked. Then it also comes to cover the syllabus, right? Undoubtedly, we're going to cover the syllabus, the whole syllabus. In fact, each and everything from where the possibility of questions are there holistically, and there we'll be taking the help of undoubtedly classes, and then of course we'll be taking the help of notes also. And through these classes and the notes, or like just by making a very good combination of classes and notes, we're going to cover the whole syllabus, that you are just ready for answer writing. And then it comes to, or it brings us to this answer writing. Now again, what do you know? That's only not very important. How do you write, or how do you present your ideas in the answer script? That's also very important. And this is the reason because of what we go for the rigorous answer writing sessions. Now, when I had been discussing about the classes and the notes, so classes, I just told you that the way we conduct the classes, that we try to cover, we just try to cover everything. But in order to support you, like we can see, we can have all these 5 booklets. Now what are these booklets? There is precisely one booklet for ancient, right? There is one booklet for ancient, one for medieval, one for modern, one for world, and then the one for map. So these are the 5 booklets which you are having. But let me tell you, these booklets might seem bulky to you. There are 5 booklets just, but I must say that these booklets are useful only till the period the classes are going on. Once the classes are done, so what I expect from you guys, that while coming to the class, at least the topic what we are going to cover, you have to come to the class after reading that particular chapter from the booklet. And once you are done with that, then we prepare a sort of material on that particular topic in the class itself. And after the classes, we are just going to have 4 booklets in the 4 areas, and that we prepare in the class itself through dictation and through some other forms, and those booklets would be the last content for you. And I am telling you this very frankly, that after that you are not supposed to read anything, because normally it is said by many teachers to you, or many mentors to you, that you need to read this book, and so they have been giving a kind of list of long many books. But frankly speaking, that material what we prepare in the class itself, this is going to be the complete solution. So you just revise that content and go for the writing, like that's going to be sufficient for you, and you won't require anything else to read. So that's why these booklets are basically like pre-class material sort of, and then after the classes, as I told you, that we'll be having 4 booklets for 4 areas, and apart from that you are not supposed to read anything. That will be the final solution. Then we okay, the next thing, answer writing. As I had been just now telling you that the answer writings writing is very important, and as just now I told you that without having a very good command over answer writing, you won't be able to score very good. And this we try to make sure that within the class itself you just develop this habit of answer writing. And it is also a kind of art, right? It is also a kind of art that you need to develop, the art of writing we can say, or the articulation, that your knowledge should be presented in such a way that, or such a convenient manner, or the lucid manner, that ultimately the evaluator can understand, or may understand ki, okay, you got a very good idea, and you have just presented this particular content in a very lucid manner. So he or she can get idea ki, okay, this is the best way of writing it. That's why it is something that could be really called as an art, and we are going to nurture this particular art. So this will be focusing in such a way to this particular part, that we can really nurture this particular this answer writing, or the art of answer writing. And for that, what we usually call riyaz. Riyaz is not only in the music, okay? Riyaz can be done even in answer writing also. So what we do, like very frequently, maybe on daily basis, maybe on alternative days, I'll be giving one question to write down the answer. Maybe it is happening in the class itself. Maybe one question after the class is given to you, and then you'll be submitting your answers next day. So this is how we are going for very frequent answer writing practices, and that's called as riyaz. So this riyaz is definitely going to develop a sort of a confidence, right? Sort of apart from this confidence, you are just feeling you are just developing this feeling ki any question which is coming, right? How much tough this question is this? Whether you have really gone for the relevant content or not, or exactly that content which is dealing with the question, you'll be having this confidence ki, okay, at least if I'm not very comfortable, in that case also I'll be able to write a very substantial answer on this. So that's how this riyaz is going to be very helpful. Then bi-monthly answer writing. So yes, this is something which is happening on a periodic basis, right? After 15 days or 2 weeks, there will be one test of 10 questions, which is which is roughly around 8 tests, which are going to happen in every 4 months, in every 2 weeks, right? And that's going to have 100 marks. And here proper marking will be done. You'll be able to evaluate yourself. So this is another thing which we are going to include here. Apart from that, we'll be providing some value addition notes as well. Like somewhere if I feel that, okay, whether this part seems to be very important, which is not included in the notes, or it is not there in the class material also, in that case some additional notes would be given. There will be the map material provided to you separately. Apart from focusing precisely on the map classes, there will be a very extensive map material will be there. Now let me tell you the beauty of my map material, because normally what I have noticed in the map material, they have given like good number of description, and the description is as such, which is actually either having so many facts or not having so many facts, or not having the like ample amount of sufficient amount of fact. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do through this map material, that I am giving you only that limited content, but the limited content should be substantial enough. So there are you won't find there are 10-15 information given. I'll be just giving you 6 to 7 information for that particular site, which is ultimately going to get you good marks. And in fact, only these are the relevant content what the evaluator is expecting from you in this particular, in the description of a particular site. So this map material is precise, right? But it is giving you the right content which could be produced in the answer, And let me tell you that writing anything cannot get you very good marks, and that's why we'll be focusing only on that which is important, which is relevant, right? And then finally, undoubtedly, we are going to have the one-to-one discussions. Very frequently we have discussions even within the class also, because my classes are always conceptual, and that's a one-to-one discussion, and then the discussions in the class are very regular features. So whenever you are having problems in understanding the things, undoubtedly we are going to deal with it. Then when you wrote answer and then you could not understand that what is the mistake that you have committed, so on that also we are going to have one-to-one discussion. So one-to-one discussion is another key feature, where we very rigorously go for one-to-one discussion, and through this we just try to resolve the problems individually rather than holistically or as a group as such. So that is another feature. So we I believe that these are the important, these are the very important areas of the optional, and in fact we are going to cover them in such a way that after the completion of the course you start feeling that I'm very confident in this paper, and at least you are going to remain in the upper side with respect to the score. So this is what we just try to make sure. So I'm just looking forward you guys. So come and join it. Thank you very much.